My trim is still dead, and I have a cold. It's not going well for me. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, though. It's fine. You won't have to deal with this anymore. But yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Rumble video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, something that I haven't actually ever done on this channel, and I haven't actually done before. And this is kind of a follow-on from the last video, because what I did was, essentially, I made a video talking about what characters I'd like to see come to My Hero Ultra Rumble in the future, or even on release, etc. However, today I wanted to do something similar to that kind of concept, but with a tier list. Also, if you do want to keep up with any My Hero Ultra Rumble content on the channel, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, etc. And of course, be sure to hit the little bell to get any notifications for any upcoming videos. And of course, once again, if you haven't been here recently, or if you haven't seen any of my recent videos, I do have a Discord. So if you guys do want to join that, be sure to check out the link in the description down below where you can join in the Discord. Anyway, let's jump right into the tier list, and because I want to talk, there's a lot I want to get through with you guys today. Okay, so here is the tier list, and I also forgot to mention in the intro that we're only going to be doing characters from Class 1A today. And the reason we're only doing Class 1A characters is because they're probably the most likely to come to Ultra Rumble in the future. And obviously, as you can see, there are not a lot of characters, but obviously each one of them has their own unique ability, unique quirk. So I think it's going to be a big debate as of which characters are going to come to the game and which characters aren't. A lot of what I'm going to say in this video is completely based on opinion. I'm not sure who is going to come into the game, and I'm not entirely sure who's not. So with that being said, please, whatever I say, do not expect these characters to 100% come to the game. This is not a source of information. But anyway, starting off, we have Denki Kaminari. Now, Denki's quirk allows him to essentially generate electricity. And of course, with My Hero Ultra Rumble being a battle royale game, I feel like the electricity could be used in many different ways. For example, obviously I play Dead by Daylight, and with that you have the doctor who's able to, you know, essentially shock the place to, I guess, slow you down. I'm not entirely sure what the electricity could do in Battle Royale. Considering when he uses his quirk, he also just becomes stupid. To be honest, it's a bit of a strange one. It's a very unique quirk, and I feel like it would be something that may not actually be able to work in My Hero Ultra Rumble. However, I could be completely wrong on that, because of course, you know, anything's possible in a battle royale game. You know, you've got Fortnite. What they're doing in Fortnite is basically insane, and you would never think it's going to be in a battle royale game. It's possible. I'd say it's possible that we could be seeing Kaminari in the game, but at the same time, I also kind of think it's unlikely. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Kaminari in possible just for now. I mean, I might change my opinion maybe halfway through the video or whatnot, but as of right now, from what I'm seeing, it's possible to have him in the game, just because I feel like there could be a lot done with the electricity quirk, and yeah, you can make something out of it. Next up, we have Kirishima, or Red Riot, as many of you would call him. Now, Kirishima's quirk gives him the ability to harden himself up. And to be honest, I feel like this would be an amazing ability in Ultra Rumble. Because again, I feel like with this game being a battle royale game, you could essentially make it so you could become invincible for maybe 5 seconds or something. I don't know, but I feel like the hardened ability could be very useful. Or you could use it as some sort of invincibility method. It's something that would be used strategically, of course, obviously considering, you know, battle royale game, but I can see it happening. It really does seem like a possibility. Obviously, just because of the popularity alone, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say he's likely to come to the game. Obviously, the game's not going to be based completely on popularity of the character and whatnot, but of course, if they're gonna put a character into a game and let's say the character's not free, they're gonna want to put someone who people are going to use, people are going to like. Not really sure what they would do for his projectiles, but I guess just in general, I think Kirishima is a good character to add to Ultra Rumble. Next up, we have Tokoyami. Now, I'm not quite sure what the likeliness of them adding Tokoyami to Ultra Rumble, but of course, Dark Shadow is a pretty unique quirk. I'm not entirely sure how it would be used in a Battle Royale game, though. Simply because it doesn't seem like the kind of game where you'd be able to control Dark Shadow, so I guess, unless there's some sort of projectile using Dark Shadow, that would make sense, but I just, for some reason, I don't see that happening. And I know a lot of you guys actually really like Tokoyami, so I mean, maybe based on popularity, there's a chance they could come up with something and he could be able to come into the game. I don't know. I just can't see it happening. There's nothing I can think of that would make Tokoyami useful in any sort of way other than something to do with Dark Shadow, but I just don't see it happening. So for this, I'm going to put him as very unlikely. He's going to be the first character, which is very unlikely. And that sucks because I do like Tokoyami. I do think he's an awesome character, but I just can't see it happening. Next up, we have Sero. Sero, I feel like actually is a useful character, right? Going back to something I said in my last video about Aizawa, where he could use his scarf to essentially pull the other opponents in, you could probably do the same with Sero and his tape. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities where Sero could be used in a battle royale game. And to be honest, he is a very useful character in My Hero Academia. So, you know, I can see Sero come into the game at some point, because not only could you use that tape for, like, you know, mobility, you could also use it to attack in many ways. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put Sero as likely, because I feel like there's a lot of things they could do with the characters. So it's possible that he could come to the game just based on that. I mean, Sero's not so popular, but I just... for some reason, I can just see him coming to the game. I don't think he was in One's Justice 2. So, you know what? I'm gonna put him as likely, and I'm gonna stick with that decision for this video. Because, to be honest, I would like to see Sero get some more love. He's not all that popular, to be honest. Like, I don't see a lot of people talking about him. So, to be honest, I am very much happy with putting him in likely right now. Shinso... yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't see it happening. Obviously, Shinso's quirk relies on you talking to him, so I don't see how that would be possible in My Hero Ultra Rumble. Though he's a really cool looking character, and I would love to play as him in a game, I just don't see how his quirk would work in a battle royale game, and that's really all there is to say about Shinso, which is really sad. Because I do like the character, but there's not a lot you can do in a battle royale game that would make him work. Like, obviously, he could fight, but what would he... like, his projectiles and his quirk... like, it just makes no sense to put him in the game, considering there'd be nothing special. So, I'm going to put him in very unlikely because... yeah, it just ain't happening. Coda. Yeah, I'm sorry. Very forgettable character, but I think at the same time, it's possible. And of course, like, you know, he has that whole thing with the birds. Might be a stupid idea, but he could use birds as, like, projectiles or something. I don't know. It's unlikely. I'll put it as unlikely for now, but also just because I don't know. He's unique. He is very unique. Jiro, okay. Jiro has a very good quirk with obviously the earphone jack. I do think that they could be used to listen in to enemies. I don't know, kind of, you know, show auras of your nearest enemy, kind of like a UAV, if that makes any sense. Like if we're talking, you know, COD or something, it could be like a UAV. Obviously, some sort of notification on the minimap which would show the area of nearby opponents. Just because of the earphone jacks, you could obviously hear up on their footsteps and whatnot. I think it's likely. And of course, everybody loves Jiro, let's be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna 100% put as likely, because actually, you know what? I'm changing it. I'm saying most likely. I think Jiro's gonna come to the game. This is our first most likely that we've had. Next up, we got Eijiro, but kind of an interesting one, because does anyone actually know what he does other than use his tail? Like, I think that's really it with him, is his tail, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we've not seen that much of him in the anime and the, you know, just in My Hero Academia in general. His tail could be pretty strong with close quarters combat, but I have no idea what he would do for his long range. So, I mean, bro, this is actually a hard one, you know? You know what? I'm going to put it as unlikely. If I have to debate it, then it's got to be unlikely, right? Okay, Shoji. I need to Google what this guy does. Hold on, I've completely forgot. Yeah, there's not really a lot I have to say about him. He ain't coming to the game, let's be honest. Mina. Okay, yeah, no, Mina, 100% I think is coming to the game. Obviously, she can throw her acid. The whole acid quirk is 100% useful, so I do think that's likely it's gonna happen. Yeah, no, Mina's 100% coming to the game. I'm putting that in most likely. And I would love to see Mina. Mineta. Does anyone like Mineta? Does anyone actually want Mineta? I mean, he could be good for climbing, actually. I'm going to put Mineta in unlikely because it's possible. But I don't think anyone actually likes or wants Mineta, so... Ah, here we go. This one's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. Momo Yaoyorozu. I don't want her in the game. I know a lot of people are gonna hate that I said that, but I do not want Momo Yaoyorozu in the game. I don't like her as a character because I don't know. There's just a Liz. I just don't like her. I just don't like her character with her whole creation thing. Obviously, she can use the creation thing well, but she only seems to create swords and cannons, which I can see a sword being used, but I can't see a cannon being made at any point in in Ultra Rumble. I'm gonna go ahead and say she's possible to come to the game, though I don't want her to, because like I said, she can create stuff. They can make possibilities with her creation quirk and whatnot. So yeah. Sato, I'm gonna already say it off the bat, I don't think he's gonna come to the game because I don't see there being use for the whole sugar rush thing other than being able to run fast, and that's literally why we have Tenya Iida. So I'm going to say it's very unlikely he's going to come to the game. And we have the man Shota Aizawa. Yeah, I can see him. I can see it likely coming to the game. And the whole reason I'm doing that super quick is because, let's be honest, everybody loves him. Everybody wants Aizawa. We all love Aizawa. He was super popular in My Hero Academia, super popular in One's Justice 2. It's happening, dude. It's 100% happening. Let's be honest. And of course, I'm going to say the same with Iida, just because I've obviously, like I said in my last video, if you haven't checked that out, I do recommend checking it out 100%, because I feel like it makes sense. I feel like he would come to the game, simply for the fact that he's able to, you know, there could be some sort of sprinting ability, etc. Yeah, I feel like he's going to come to the game. Hagakure, not happening. She's invisible. It's not gonna work. And of course, Oyama. Now, Oyama he's a tough one. He's a tough cookie. Obviously he has his naval laser, so that could be his projectile. And of course, close quarters, he's just fighting. So he'll come to the game 100%. And obviously he came as DLC to One's Justice 2, like just at the start of the year. So yeah, I do think it's gonna happen. This is 100% how I interpret Class 1A coming to the game. I think this is how it's gonna work. Obviously the likely is not too bad. I feel like there's a range of characters. Of course, Sero isn't really a popular character, so for him to come to the game would be pretty cool. Possible. I know everyone's gonna hate the fact I did Yaoyorozu impossible, but you know what? I don't care. But of course, that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy and want to see more videos just like this one, drop a sub, because of course it helps me make more videos just like this one. And of course, let me know down in the comments what characters you want to see in My Hero Ultra Rumble. Snap, peace out.